things to do, and Walt had said, Mark, why don't you go down to Disneyland? You know, it's been up and running for about 6 years now, but take a look at it and come back and let me know what you think. And Disneyland by then was already a runaway success, but it wasn't exactly a laugh riot, and that's what Mark reported back to Walt. He said, you know, I loved it, but one of the things that was missing is one of the key ingredients in our animated shorts and our animated features, and that's humor. And then Walt said, well, see what you can do with it. And that's where we got gags like what you see here with the Jungle Cruise and some of the gags that were added to the Mine Train through Nature's Wonderland. And Joe, you know a lot about parks early.
Yeah, we have more pictures. So, and I think both George and I both have this in common and why we admire Mark, and everybody admires Mark. It was his ability, and I think all the attractions that his hand touched speak to this, to imbue an animatronic figure, or with very limited animation. In fact, Mark always talked about the animation was just the icing on the cake. It was all about understanding how to stage a character and the quick read. Because in animation, where Mark came from, and our training, it's all about 1/24th of a second. You got to figure out how to, what's the best pose that's going to communicate whatever the emotion is or that story point is, and in these rides, especially more the older rides where we have a conveyance system that just continues without stopping or starting. Nowadays we have a lot more sophisticated ride systems that allow us to do that. But there, in fact, they always talked about the billboard technique. And billboard technique, a lot of the old guys said, was about if you're driving down the freeway at 60 miles an hour, imagine a billboard and how quickly you have to communicate to people what's on that billboard, because you have just seconds, and they were masters, and even to this day, and you don't need any animation to get that.
He's pointing at the people in the front row.
Right. Those guys there. You don't need any animation. You are awesome. You are. Yeah, but now you see the better.
Look at his body language. It's incredible.
No, so I think what Mark and some of the other filmmakers, animators who came from that medium learned was the ability to communicate things quickly. And in Mark's case, how to really find that funny moment.
And it came out of years and years of having done shorts and animated projects where that was, you were putting up storyboards. Is this